Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another upgrade to the Mallard M26 that we bought a few months ago. It gets pretty hot in here without the air conditioner running, if we're camping and we're not trying to make noise and stuff. So I got the MaxxFan Deluxe 7500 model. It's all automated, the remote control and everything. I have heard from other people online that this one is normally about $250 and it could fluctuate up depending on the stock. Well, the inventory at Camper World in Polar, Georgia was pretty low. This was the last one they had, and for whatever reason it was $320, which is much needed, so we went ahead and got it. But as soon as it stops thunderstorming here, it thunderstormed yesterday and today. Tomorrow is supposed to be clear. I'll start ripping out that vent area in the front in the master bedroom, and this bad boy is going to go up. I've heard nothing but good reviews on it. Every review that's been done in probably the past 2 years has said that this one is the one to go with, so I'm going to give it a shot. Hey guys, I've stopped raining for a little bit now. I'm going to try to at least do the interior work and figure out where I'm going to source the 12-volt power from and start running wires to that. And I think you're looking to the rear right now. The skylight's right above me. And I'm going to be going towards the front. There's some switches there that power the lights on the overhang right here for above the head when you're laying down. So I'm going to tap into that 12-volt source. I'll just have to run it maybe 6 feet total, so it's not too bad. So let's take off the panel up here and get to work. I'll see what I got to deal with here. Should be pretty easy and straightforward. The hardest part about this project is just going to be having to run some 12-volt lines. Alright, got the bezel here. There might be a little bit of insulation or something. Alright. They went all out on this this build here with the insulation. I got rubber on the top. There's a huge gap right here of insulation. I got a aluminum frame here, and then that's it for the inside. That was super simple. Okay, so next we're going to get to the roof, and I'll start pulling that off. There's probably going to be a lot of that self-leveling caulk stuff up there that's going to take a long time to scrub off and not mess up my rubber coated roof. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's this rubber stuff right here is all over the roof. So you don't have to worry about leaks and stuff as much, or at least I'm told. I do like this vent. It's easy to get up and down, but as you can see, there's no voltage going to it at all, and it's no fan. But I'm about to install an awesome one. Keep watching. I'm gonna do this. I could run it from here over here because this is where I have all the electronics that run the travel trailer. Got my Bluetoothed Vectron. It is awesome. It's got infinite hours of runtime right now because it's plugged up to shore power at my house. But it shows everything. I'll just go through this for anybody that cares. It shows the amps that are pulling, which is nothing because I'm hooked up to shore power. The amp hours you have left. It's got an awesome app on the phone, and it'll give you like an approximate like how long you have left on battery based on what you're using right now or currently, which is amazing. This is in the belly and the cargo area. I have concerns of maybe it'll overheat, but I haven't had any problems yet. You just turn it on and then bam, it's good to go. And then here's my light switches for the living room area. And then bedroom area. Extremely bright. Especially these little bastards right here. But I'm gonna order some dimmable ones soon. Okay, so I found a 12-volt source over here with all my electronics. It's not that far away, maybe 4 foot worth of wire. Using one of these glow sticks, drilled a hole through this one. About an inch after that, about right in here, is another layer of insulation, or aluminum plating. I drilled through both of those at an angle right here. And then on the other side of this panel is where all the wiring for the light switches and everything have been going, or it looks like what they did at the factory. So you can see my glow stick on the other side there, other side of those wires. If it would focus, there we go. That's good enough. Anyways, you can see it going through there. So I'm just going to run the wire up to the ceiling, attach it to that glow stick, and then pull it through to where the fan is. Alright, so that was easy enough. Drilled a 1/2 inch hole there. I got my wires coming through. Ended up using a glow stick on the top side there, and then a glow stick on this side, pushing it up the wall here. So this is negative, and then the bottom side of this light switch is constant positive. So I'll wire that up right here after I'm done with the roof area, and this will be the last thing I do. So I ran it up the wall here. Right there, there's a hole with all the wires coming out, as you can see right there. And then it runs through this area. Pretty easy. You just got to pop the panel off. Be careful not to mess the paneling up. I do it with a screwdriver, and just get into the corner right here and then just pry up. Normally with this camper anyways, each of the corners are going to be held up. So you got to find this piece of panel was right here, and this is the only thing that was, well, it has staples holding it up, but as far as reinforcement, you just got to watch out for these right here. Just pry it up, lay it off the side. You can push it back on later, or wood glue if it doesn't push back on. You can see these little staples right here. It'll push right back on there. You won't even be able to tell you took it off. I'll push all this back up once I'm done with the fan, and I know that I don't need to come back into this area. So let's go to the roof and complete the installation. So I was just up on the roof peeling off the rest of the sealant, the old version of this and some old of this, but I'll be putting this new stuff on later. My GoPro battery died. Believe me, you weren't missing much. It was about another 30 minutes of me peeling off the extremely sticky stuff. It wasn't bad because this camper, we just bought it brand new 2 months ago. I'm sure if it was like a 10-year-old camper, it'd be a lot more difficult taking off, but it's not bad. So let's move this stuff out of the way. So it's the MaxxFan Deluxe 7500 with the remote control. It needs 12 volt. Still need to figure that one out. There's an aluminum plate up there. It looks like a frame. I'm gonna have to drill through it a little bit to feed a line through, but that's going to be the most difficult part of this. It's pretty straightforward. You're taking out a vent and then you're throwing another one in. seal this thing with? There we go. Inside, notice instructions, hardware kit enclosed in this square tube. All right. Thank you. I see some stuff in a square tube. We have remote control. That's awesome. And then an instruction booklet. I think there's some loose screws, a few of them in here. And there we go. Here's some more screws. Easy enough, right? Toss that over there. Pull out the rest. And that is it. Alright. Let me get all this stuff out of the way here. Make sure there's nothing packed in there. Alright. And here's this beautiful thing. So as people were saying online, excuse me, while the plastic settles. People were saying online that this one, it's in a closed position right here. And then it opens up to about right here. It can run in the closed position and in the up position, so you don't have to worry about like torrential downpours. You can still use this, and it's got a filtered area in it as well. So if you can see this is the intake area for the fan. Well, the fan's reversible, so that could be the outtake if you wanted to. It'll blow up or down. So we got our little shroud here. It's going to have to be trimmed. Yeah, that's it. Take this off. We should be able to see some 12-volt wiring. This is the bottom. It goes from the bottom to the top. This is all automatic, or you may be able to do it, yeah, you can do it manually as well if the need arises. Pretty cool. So it looks like we have fan speed selector right here, up and down. Whether you want the air to blow in or out, you got an on and off switch. You got it set to auto, which is nice. This one goes on the top area. So this is the base plate that goes down into the camper area. This looks a lot bigger than that one. We'll have to figure that one out too, I guess. Alright, anyways, so this one goes down into it. These right here are going to be on the side. And it mounts like this. This is the forward, this is the rear. Alright. As far as 12 volt, there should only be a negative positive. There we go. Plenty of wire too, that's nice. So you got a positive. Okay. Positive's black on this. At least they labeled it. And then white negative. Get started. It's a massive fucking fan. Is it gonna fit? Is it going to fit? No, that's not good. So I just tried it. This is the new one going in. This is the old one I pulled out. It fits pretty snug. It may be slightly bigger than the old one, not by much. So as you can see with this, about the same size. But this is the old one, this is the new one. It fits inside of it. So this one is slightly bigger than the old one. But I just slid it up into the hole that's in the roof there, and it fits just fine. As you can tell, I'll just do it like I did right here. Slide it in there. Put a marker around it, and then I'll know where to trim. So the automatic feature, say you set it to 75 degrees if it gets more than 75 in here. So if you're at a campground, the power went out. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background. I definitely can. The air conditioner is running right now. There's been cases where in the middle of the night it got hot, and turns out we ended up flipping the breaker because the AC was running. I'm not sure why, because we were hooked up to 30 amp anyways, and this is a 30 amp RV or travel trailer. Anyways, if that had happened when, say, it was the middle of the day, super hot outside, and we take our dog with us everywhere. He's a Doberman. He has stayed in the camper before when we went out, say, Jekyll Island. We're biking all the way around the island. We don't want to have him running alongside us the entire time. We left him in here. If the air conditioner went out, and this is set to 75 degrees or whatever you want to set it at, if it gets above that, the fan will kick on. So it would help out a lot with cooling off the RV if something had happened. And it's a pretty good assurance, peace of mind if we're out somewhere and we didn't bring the dog. At least he won't be in a scorching hot car or something with the windows rolled up. That's probably what it feels like in here when the AC is not running. Alright, let's do this. While down there in the AC, I went ahead and stuck the putty on the bottom of this. I'll just peel off the bottom and go ahead and stick it right here and we'll start up. Here's the new one on. Let's start screwing it in. Got some electrical here. There's 4 fatter, shorter screws that go for the sides, so we'll leave those out over here on the side. And we have some white ones. 3, 4 of those. We'll leave those off to the side as well. These go in here. That looks like it blocks a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and caulk around it before we stick that on. Use the whole tube. I'll let it dry and figure out if I need some more or not. Because if I do, I'm going to have to go to the store real quick. Easy enough, right? Alright, that's it for up here. Let's go down there, do some wiring, and be done. Looks like I'm going to need to put some more around the edges, but I'll get to the store at some point today and grab some more. Alright, so I just got done with on the roof, went and took a shower and changed real quick. It was really sweaty and hot up on the roof, but here we are. Flip this around. So it's a huge fan now. It actually fits. This is the bezel that came with it. I just set the old one inside of this one and traced it, cut it out, and it worked perfectly. So you got all your buttons right here. You got your manual up and down right here if you ever needed to. Right here's the remote control. So turn it on. Automatically does its thing. It's lifting up automatically. It's got a rain sensor on there, so if it ever starts raining, it'll close. You can still use it while it's closed. So you got right here, you can blow the air out or in. You got your temperature up and down, and you got your fan up and down right there. Open and close it. So you can see that it's closed on the remote control, so I can walk around the camper with this and not have to worry about it. Still blowing out a lot of air, even with it closed. I'm pretty impressed. So with the roof, it took forever to just manually do it with my hand. I know some people I've seen on the internet did it with like Simple Green and the bumper sticker remover and stuff like that. Leave a comment for me and let me know what worked for you, or what would you suggest for other people. I guess that's about it. One tube of the self-leveling caulking did a pretty good job. It covered about 90% of what I wanted to. It covered everything, but I want to make it a little thicker up there, make sure everything gets covered in an extremely wide area. So I'm going to go pick up another set of that, or another canister tube of the self-leveling caulking, and finish that up. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with the fan. It's awesome to have a fan in here versus just a vent with no electric at all. So I ran the electric straight this way, about right in there, and then just ran it down to the positive for this light switch. It's on the constant end of the light switch, not the switchable area. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.